are these people?
Rob, you wanted to talk about this. Haitian cannibals. You know, who knew we would have cannibals back on, but maybe not. Maybe that's just psyop. So, this specifically is from the Daily Express, right? We're probably gonna eviscerate this article here in a second. But Haiti violence sees police attacked with machetes as gangs wreak havoc in Port-au-Prince, right? Exclusive. A journalist in Haiti's capital tells Daily Express that gangs have been seen cutting police officers with machetes as they cry for help. Sounds like some bullshit to me. We've talked about Haiti before on this channel, Collin, have we not? And the U.S. involvement with that. So we're going to get to that in a second. But this article continues. A state of emergency has been declared in the country after gangs attacked 2 prisons, setting many criminals free. It is now thought that 80% of the Haitian capital is controlled by these gangs. Describing the violence in this country, a journalist on the ground told Daily Express US that cannibalism has been witnessed on the streets as the violence reaches unprecedented levels. Speaking anonymously, they said, Haiti is living in a total chaotic situation right now. It is total chaos everywhere, especially in the capital where I am right now. So, Haiti has a leader, Prime Minister Ariel Henry, who is not inside the country right now. In the meantime, you have gangs raging full attacks on key institutions. Haitian police have been attacked by gangs at police stations. You have attacks on the police stations. On February 28th, the police station was attacked. The officers were in there for 3 hours crying for help. And after that, we saw images of officers being cut by machetes being shared on social media. The gangs are heavily armed with guns from the U.S., but they are also equipped with high-level technology, like drones. So we're going to get into a bit why all that's bullshit. First, Dan Cohen, many leftists denounce Jimmy Cherizer because his weapons, we're going to get to that guy in a second, like all weapons in Haiti, come from the United States. Who would have thought? The Haitian revolutionaries who have been fighting alongside Simon Bolivar in Venezuela. Right, so Dan Cohen reminding you where those weapons are actually coming from. So here is Cherizer, right? This is a guy nicknamed Barbecue, and it's not because of the cannibalism. We're going to get to that. But what might you think? You after watching these videos, you'll see why the U.S. might be upset with him. One of the most powerful gang leaders, right? Today we are taking the occasion to tell the international community to give Haiti a chance. Because what is happening in Haiti now, we Haitians have to decide who is going to lead the country and what model of government we want. We are going to figure out how to get Haiti out of the misery it is in now. If the international community continues on the road you are on now, it will plunge Haiti into further chaos. Any questions? Any questions for the boys and girls at home?
Sounds like a Mali situation.
Yep. So
in terms of people rising up
back
and
to this
not dealing with the bullshit from
dumb
their
article. The level of violence is unprecedented. The gangs seemingly want to kill as many people as they can. They are in a fear campaign where they want to appear as murderous and as violent as possible. He continued, for instance, we have seen images of gang leaders eating people they have killed. We have seen images of people being tortured when they are kidnapped. It is senseless. The goal here is not just to ensure fear, but to paralyze people mentally. This is a message that Haiti is under the total control of gangs. So this is the big thing, right? This is the narrative that's going around, right? Here's the Daily Star. Haiti cannibal gang are eating people they've killed on the streets as violence erupt, which is, I think, caught your attention, correct, Rob?
Yes. Yep.
You write, so this headline article that a lot of atrocity propagandists are running with today about cannibal gangs was whacked through an AI tool to get written, according to the author. Why am I not surprised? Also, the piece only cites one anonymous journalist. flimsy as fuck. Remember, we read that speaking anonymously bit, right? So, this is a big deal. Even Elon tweeted this shit earlier to millions. And another tweet from Elon to millions, cannibal gangs is becoming a narrative. So, yeah. People like this guy, right? Dom Luker, who you should have suspicions about if you don't have already. He writes, breaking news, here's disturbing footage of the Haitian cannibal gang eating body parts of one of their victims as he cooks in the fire. The Haiti cannibal gang leader is named Barbecue and is now the most powerful man in Haiti, right? I've seen this nickname being used to actually call him a cannibal, right? His mother ran like a barbecue restaurant, pretty sure. So he's called Barbecue.
Not even a restaurant, just like a little kiosk on the street.
Right. Yeah. So Dan Cohen writes, this is absolutely not barbecue, aka Chimichurrizer, and has nothing to do with him. It's a video from years ago of gang members in the Arbonite Valley eating a burned victim's body in order to terrorize the population, and is a very rare occurrence. Despite media claims, there is a major propaganda push to demonize barbecue in order to pave the way for a foreign invasion. Dom Luker should delete this and check sources before promoting dangerous information. Watch my and Kim Iverson's documentary. No, not Iverson's. Kim Ives' documentary and learn the truth about barbecue and the uprising in Haiti. So here it is again. Breaking the cannibal gang leader Barbecue was spotted wearing his favorite necklace. Get prepared to witness a story that was already planned, get created in your face. So look at that. Look, he's got his little Freemason necklace. Dom is 100% committed to doing the dirty work of portraying Haiti's revolutionary leader as a subhuman savage so Biden can send in the troops to assassinate him. The bigger question is who is putting him up to it. Right, here's Dan again, replying, I have many Haitians promising my safety if I come to Haiti to report in person, so I'm not tricked by American propaganda. You N-words must be crazy. Right? Dan replies, I was reporting from Haiti 3 weeks ago. This hack pumps out lies from the safety of his own home about rampant cannibalism and gets upset when Haitians respond. Dum is a complete fraud. Who's pulling his strings? Dan asks once again. So, Daniel McAdams, who was recently on Misty's, dudes, Haitians eating other Haitians is a CIA psyop to justify a widening U.S. military operation. Biden is a full turd who desperately needs a military win. Anything. So he's going with this barbecue bullshit. Come on, man. Don't let them Fauci you again. This guy, Jake Shields. This is a current trend in Haiti where people are killing, barbecuing, and eating each other. At the same time, we have tens of thousands of Haitians crossing our southern border. Look at this border narrative bullshit again. Whitney Webb's going to want to tell you about that soon. Can someone make this make sense? Right? Dan Cohen, Jake Shields resisted Israeli propaganda, only promote the 40 beheaded baby style cannibalism lie to justify Biden's looming military invasion of Haiti. Even worse, it's 100% intentional. He ignores information showing the truth. Yep. Any questions?
No.
Well,
I could go on all day. I've been actually researching this quite a bit, actually.
Why are we seeing...
I'm actually going to do an hour-long video on it.
Why are we seeing a sudden disinformation campaign portraying Barbecue as a cannibal? Watch how he treks through the slums of Haiti to ignite revolutionary consciousness among the masses, and you'll understand. Churrizo is trying to turn Haiti into a productive and prosperous country that benefits the whole population, the complete opposite of the dystopia the U.S. imperialism has created. The man they're spearing as a savage is leading a revolution. You want to hear some of that revolution he's talking about? Are you ready for a revolution? Here we go. Any of you speak Haitian? Haitian French? No? Maybe in the struggle to liberate this country. Oh, I missed it. Maybe in the struggle to liberate this country, people say we talk too much. And then it's time for us to take action. We're not fighting in a hot-headed way. We know the struggle we're undertaking. We know where we want to get in our struggle. That's why we tell people, wait for the signal. Wait for the revolutionary forces of the G9. That's why every time we tell people onward, they should follow us because the struggle we're engaged in is for them. Maybe people don't yet come out when we tell them to. That's because they've made people think we are bandits and gangs. That's why we tell the people onward. They're a little reluctant. We're engaged in an ideological struggle. We're showing people the reality. When the people are ready, when we tell them onward, they'll follow us.
While the political class jockeys for position in hotel conference rooms, Cherizier spends his days trekking through the slums to convince people that change is possible, what he calls the mental revolution. This process, he says, is a necessary precursor to armed struggle.
Mais c'est peut-être ça faut que nous comprenions, là où après les nous gang, là après les nous bandits et pas salier. Réalité a son façon pour nous pas jamais révolter contre eux et puis nous même pour nous arrêter dans misère nous.
They're not bandits.
You know what? Go back. Hold on. Please pause. Go back and read that part for people who are just listening.
Can do.
And I'll give you some context when we get done with it.
Cool. Hold on. Like right
Struggle.
here. You have to understand that when they call us gangs and bandits, it's not true. The reality is that when you to never revolt against them, they want you to never revolt against them, so you will remain in your misery. These guns are not to kill or hurt you. These guns are not to rape you, they are to protect you. But when we tell you onward, aren't you hungry? When I say let's go get food, let's go get food. And anybody who tries to prevent you from getting that food, they might kill 10 or 20 of us. But we have to overcome them to get the food. They might have armored cars to prevent us from getting the food. Those armored cars might kill 20 or 30 of us. Today, they're turned us into a cowardly people afraid of dying. It's fear of death that has put us in misery. We can't be afraid of dying. We had to advance on them because we can't go on living like this. I mean, it sounds like he's hungry, you know? So,
yeah.
For revolution.
And we're going to get to why they're hungry. So, U.S. rice exported to Haiti could cause cancer and other illnesses. According to a new medical review, it contains high levels of arsenic, a toxic metalloid. It's a bitter irony, literally bitter, as Washington's disruptive policies towards the island nation turned the latter from a net food exporter to one that imports 80% of its staple food, rice. Haitian farmers went bust as American ones only got richer. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that's how it worked? I'll let Africa Stream explain a little more.
Haiti has been made dependent on the US for its food, and Uncle Sam is sending a cheap rice that is likely to cause cancer. With a population of 11 million, mostly African descendant people, Haiti is America's second biggest purchaser of rice. A medical review by the University of Michigan and Community Organization for Haitian Agriculture has found that US exported rice to Haiti contains unhealthy levels of arsenic and cadmium, which increases the risk of various forms of cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and other illnesses. So, after destroying the Caribbean nation's capacity to produce one of its most staple crops, that is, rice, and much of its own food, the same USA is stepping in as the savior of Haitian hunger. However, what usually flies under the radar is that most American farmers that export their products to the island enjoy fat US government subsidies, thus pricing local Haitian rice farmers out of the market. Here is former president and for some reason UN Special Envoy to Haiti, Bill Clinton, admitting to his role in creating this toxic level of dependency.
Since 1981, the United States has followed a policy that we rich countries that produce a lot of food should sell it to poor countries and relieve them of the burden of producing their own food. It was a mistake. It was a mistake that I was a party to. I am not pointing the finger at anybody. I did that. I have to live every day with the consequences of the lost capacity to produce a rice crop in Haiti to feed those people.
As recently as the 1970s, Haiti was self-sufficient in rice production and was a significant food exporter. However, fast forward to 2024 and the Caribbean nation imports 80% of its rice, virtually locked into a cycle of dependency on the US farming industry. It has left the islanders vulnerable to not only food insecurity, but even food unfit for human consumption. This is the result of American foreign policy, food dependency, with the usual involvement of the IMF and the World Bank. The US heavily subsidizes its farming sector, providing $2 billion to rice growers between 1995 and 2011. Meanwhile, institutions like the IMF discourage such practices in the Global South as a condition for loans. As part of their structural adjustment arsenal, the IMF further pushes Global South countries to open their markets to international exporters. For Haiti, this means local rice producers have no chance to compete with big US rice growers, mainly those in Clinton's home state of Arkansas. The former president also forced the Haitian government to drastically reduce tariffs on American rice from 50% to a dismal 3%, making 1 ton of Haitian rice $300 more expensive than American rice. Many question the existence of organizations like the African Union when faced with such blatant oppression against our kith and kin in the diaspora. Today, as Haiti's economic crisis deepens and insecurity broadens as a result, much talk is being made about deploying an armed Kenyan force to the Caribbean nation, while the African Union remains silent on the core issues. The forced payment of billions of dollars to France for waging a revolution that obtained their freedom and independence from slavery, the looting of Haiti's gold by the US, and countless regime change operations and occupations are never addressed as reasons for past and the current crisis on the small Caribbean island. Where, oh where, is the united voice of African leaders opposing what appears to be yet another imminent invasion of Haiti? What are they doing to help our brothers from being occupied again and fed poison by American imperialism?
Good question.
Answer.
All right.
Answer. It's our puppets that are placed in African countries that are working on behalf of the West. That's why they're quiet.
Yeah.
That's Ariel Henry, who just resigned, according to Ghana. He was the prime minister that took over after Jovenel Moise was killed, assassinated, allegedly by the CIA in 2021. I gotta go. I got like 5% left on my laptop.
Cool.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Give me 1 second though. Before my laptop dies, I'm gonna cover 2 things.
Yep.
The first is that Jimmy Cherizier, to give you context, he is not a gang leader. He's an ex-cop. And he left the police force because of immense corruption. And he decided to create his own revolution by uniting a lot of the gangs that he used to enforce laws against and try to get them to become a sort of community building protection militia. So they protect their, wherever these gangs that he's united into the G9, they protect their neighborhoods from the gang violence that is rampant in Haiti. And they actually do things like trash removal and food delivery, and they do a whole bunch of other things like repair of buildings and stuff like that. So a lot of the neighborhoods that the G9 are in are actually very well cleaned up and look different than the one in that video that they showed. So that's why they fear him, is because he united the proletariat in his country that was the gangs with all the guns, got them to put everything aside to go after the capitalist class. So that's why they're gunning for him. The second thing is, this always has to do with resources as well. The reason that they want to go in there is twofold, not just to take out Cherizier and to stifle this popular uprising, which he may be the most popular person in Haiti right now. He could probably run for office and be the next prime minister if he wanted to. The second thing is, Haiti also has liquefied natural gas and oil reserves that make Venezuela look like nothing. Haiti has 10 order of magnitude more liquefied natural gas and oil than Venezuela does. So it would help us, or the United States sees that and they see it like the oil fields in Syria. Let's go in and take over those oil fields, same as they're doing in Gaza with the pier. And that's what they want to do. Also, Haiti has a very large gold reserve, over $20 billion. So that's the long and short of it. I wish I could go longer, but I only got 3% left on my laptop before it dies.
Good.
But they really want to go after Cherizier. They're going to try to smear him. And that's where this cannibal story came from. The Daily Express, which is a UK rag. Yeah. And then it got picked up by Elon Musk and a bunch of these other people like Jake Shields. The whole cannibal gangs thing came from the Daily Star, which was the second article that cites the original article. But you notice there's a difference between the two articles. The first article from the Daily Express doesn't mention cannibalism in the streets. They went with the second article, the one that I showed you because the author admitted it, that was written with an AI tool.
Gotcha.
it has cannibalism in the streets and cannibal gangs in the title. So, of course, they go with that one to try to manufacture consent. It's the next 40 beheaded babies. It's the next Hamas mass rape thing. They ran out with it without double checking. And then you do people like Jake Shields into it because he doesn't know any better and he's not checking it. Elon Musk runs out there and gets 18 million views with that tweet using the Daily Star article mentioning cannibalism. That's how narratives are born, and that's how consent is manufactured for intervening in Haiti. Why? Because they want to stifle the popular uprising from Jimmy Cherizier, and they want to take the oil, the natural gas, and the gold. And there's other things like iridium is another one of their exports, which I'm not sure what that's actually used for, but I bet you it's valuable to people like Elon Musk. So anyway, I'm going to lose you here. Thanks for having me. Sorry I can't stay to the end, but yeah, I'm gonna actually do my own video on the whole Haiti thing. It's all completely bogus. I actually talked to Dan. He's writing an article right now, and if he leaves anything out, you know, I'll piggyback sort of the way that Zay Squirrel did with the Gray Zone and Mondo Weiss and Electronic Intifada with the Hamas mass rape hoax. We're gonna follow this down. I want to see exactly why they're doing this.
Send it to us.
Right. So
when you're done.
And
course,
just in
we'll try
case
to link it.
if people want it, where can people follow you, Rob, before you go?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, Real Rob Durden, and mostly, especially this next season that I'm going to do, season 5 of PFC Political Fight Club is going to be on Rumble. I don't use Rockfin or YouTube very much anymore. I'm moving almost exclusively to Rumble now.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll make sure to link that stuff. So appreciate you coming. We'll be right back to finish up this story.
Yeah, man. It's fun hanging out. It's been too long, boys. Good seeing you.
You too. Peace. Look at that. Look at that. We did it. We're back. Yep. So, just to finish this up, Cherizier is the most, and this is that shitty article again. Cherizier is the most influential gang leader, right? Following the interview, the journalist said via message, cannibalism is not widespread, but definitely an indication of the worsening situation, right? So, Barbecue is a former police officer turned gang leader who recently said, "We have chosen to take our destiny in our own hands. The battle we are waging will not only topple Ariel's government, it is a battle that will change the whole system." Henry is an unpopular acting prime minister of Haiti who has been criticized for failing to quell the gangs. He was never elected into his role and is now losing the trust of the country's population. Right? I love this use of gangs when they control 80%. I love how that's, you know. Anyway, Henry left the country last week and his whereabouts now remain unclear. So, Cherizier has threatened to take power in Haiti. Oh, God forbid. On whether this could happen, the Haitian journalist told Daily Express, this anonymous one, "I don't know if he can take control of the country, but what we know is he is highly influential. He's probably the highest profile gang member in Haiti. He and other gang members have the goal of taking over the country and removing the prime minister from power," this anonymous source says. It remains unclear how they could do that, but they have attacked several key institutions, again, this anonymous source says. On Sunday, Haitian gangs tried to seize control of Toussaint Louverture International Airport in Port-au-Prince. The Haitian journalists believe this is evidence that the gangs will try and kill the prime minister if they get a chance. He said, "The prime minister is not respected by people here. He was not elected. He was put into power with the help of the international community, including the U.S., and was supposed to hold an election, but he didn't." The national airport was surrounded by gangs on Monday, and the small police station nearby was burned down. We have heard reports of shooting in the area. This is proof that the goal is to shoot down any plane that could be carrying Henry back to the country. They might attempt to take his life. So, at Helena Villa RT writes, "This is Jimmy Cherizier, aka Barbecue. There are gangs and truly bloodthirsty leaders in Haiti, but the US, the Western media, and their influencers have been focused only on him for months. The reason is simple. He's the only one capable of leading a revolution." You want to hear why, Collin?
Yes, please.
Hold on. Let me turn it down so I can speak for him. Come on. Oh, I know what I can do. Full screenies. Pretty please. There we go. So let's look at the two Haitis. One on top and one on bottom, right? These people will keep us in slavery for 10 or 20 more years. So their children will be the ministers, director generals, presidents, senators, and big entrepreneurs. Meanwhile, we still have nothing. They still need us to go burn tires and do violent demonstrations for them. That's the mental revolution that must precede the armed revolution, which is revolutionary forces that G9 will do, which scares them and makes them call us bandits. It's time to make a difference between gangs, bandits, and people making revolution. With raucous applause, he is met with.
Yeah.
So, I think we're just about finishing up. So, Misty says, hands off Haiti. We've done enough damage. In fact, we have a couple of things called Hands Off Haiti on the channel you can go find. But there's this guy, Collin. This might be one of the reasons why we're doing stuff.
If Haiti,
right.
a god-awful thing to say, if Haiti just quietly sunk into the Caribbean or rose up 300 feet, it wouldn't matter a whole lot in terms of our...
That's a lie, obviously.
Yep. I mean, if the land sunk into the sea, they want what's underneath the land, so they're good. You know? Right. So, which we'll get to in our last story this evening, but, you know, speaking of resources, we could use some. You can donate to us at ko-fi.com/Indie News Network or scan that QR code. If you're in the live chat, you can put !donate to get that same link for you. And if you can't give us monies, we appreciate this kind of support by liking and subscribing. And, you know, sharing. That also helps us. Leave a comment. Let us know what number you got when you hit subscribe.